Coming up on Verse Chorus Verse, 3 idiots take the long way around gun control, minefield land. That's next.
There's a prophet on a mountain and he's making up dinner with longer vision and a riding crop. Anybody can feel like a winner when it's served up piping hot.
Welcome to Verse Chorus Verse, episode 152. I am DL. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. And with me is Evil. I wonder if he brought a metal song. Jimmy, Evil, how are you?
I'm doing very well. And that's it.
And did you bring a metal song?
I did mention that. Surprise.
Weird, bro. She's here. Also with us, Rachel, the cowboy kid. Rachel, how you doing?
Not a cowboy kid.
Why not? You are wearing the shirt of a cowboy kid, my friend. It's like a fucking Harley Wolf shirt.
It's I found it at a thrift store and it's a Sturgis shirt.
What's Sturgis?
It's
What? You don't know what Sturgis is? It's like a giant, like Harley Davidson rider convention sort of party.
Is it in Idaho?
No.
Well, you don't have to laugh
It's in
at the
South
person
Dakota.
not in the know,
You
Evil.
fucking idiot.
You should.
Is it in Reno?
It's in South Dakota?
South Dakota, yeah. It's in a Dakota.
Yeah.
Is it
like-
in Sturgis?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why it's called Sturgis.
Okay.
Sorry. It's like Woodstock.
Okay. It's all coming together. Okay.
It's
getting
kind
it.
of falling apart.
We are here for another Break It Down. It's our fourth one. It's our last one.
Aw.
Rachel, scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like the episodes where we're dissecting songs instead of albums?
I just like you boys so much that any chance to hang out makes me happy. I like the breaking down the songs. I like getting a little more granular. So
Yeah. Are you messing with your lighting?
yeah, I hit it when I
Okay.
hit this.
Making sure I'm not having a stroke. Evil, same question. One specific song talk.
I like it because I feel like we all bring interesting songs. Even if it's not your thing, it's just one song. That's
Yeah.
not your thing instead of whole fucking album of garbage. So this group of songs was probably the most fun for me to listen to
Oh, good.
as a group of songs for a breakdown episode. Break it down episode.
I might feel the opposite, but we will we'll
Whoa.
get there.
You know who's not talking about his
Guys,
own song?
guys, I got news for you.
What's your news?
Once we finish recording this episode, including the finale stuff, we are in single digits recording left.
Oh boy.
Isn't that crazy?
That
is
exciting.
9 more episodes to record in season 3, and we are Audi 5000.
Oh shit. What are we gonna do?
That is
Should we
crazy.
start a podcast to fill the time?
Let's do chorus versus chorus. Break It Down Part 4. That is what we're doing. Each of us brought a song to talk about. Maybe I need to just get to it because it's been a long week. Time to drink. I'm going to go first because I suck. Most important part of the night, what are we drinking? I'm kind of a broken record. I've been recording a ton of YouTube videos, and check out the YouTube, by the way. I do not promote it enough on here. I really suck at that. But the YouTubes have grown from it's good. It's good to, hey, it's pretty good now. So
It's not bad.
Yeah. So
I would share these videos.
Exactly. We're getting to that point. So go check out the YouTubes. We are doing the Rolling Stone Top 500 albums. We're breaking down every single one of them, if we like it, if we don't, placements. I'm also going over my top 5 albums from last year. Sven's still doing the Funhouse ones. Maybe a little bit of clickbait for us, but hey, we're not above that, right?
Whatever
Whore
gets
out
us action.
Sven.
Getting us action, whoring out. Yes, exactly. I am drinking water, basically. It's a Michelob Ultra.
Beer flavored water.
Yes, it's kind of my drink lately. I'm watching the LBs, doing a good job. So
Get it?
Yeah, there we are. Sorry it's not exciting, but fuck you guys. Rachel, what do you...
Hi.
Haven't seen you in a while. What are you drinking?
Gatorade.
Okay, how did... I'm intrigued. I'm wondering if you stole this. What's in your Gatorade?
It's lemon lime Gatorade and tequila.
That's one ingredient away from being a turbo margarita.
Sure is.
We should have a turbo margarita episode.
Oh, that's good. That's actually
Yeah.
really good.
It's got what plants
It's just
crave.
1800 and
Uh-huh.
yeah.
God, I fucking read something recently about farmers in somewhere. Let's say India. They were
I don't like where this is going.
they were putting cola on their plants as a pesticide because it's cheaper than pesticide and it actually works. And I'm like,
and Terry Crews just pops into your head. Gatorade and tequila, no, not a terrible combo. Evil has taught us this in the past. Yes, we will have to have a turbo margarita episode. Maybe
I'll need fucking Tums for that episode.
Maybe when we're
maybe in the well, I'm gonna have to edit that out. But maybe in the finale we can do. That's a scary finale drink, though. It's very smart because of the electrolytes, but it's very dumb because of the sugar and the heartburn.
So what's in the
All
turbo
right, so
version?
I came up with this shortly out of college as a it's very much a college. It looks like it's like a college drink. It looks like
Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, it's once it's a specific tequila. It's Tarantula Azul. It's a blue tinged tequila. And it's a little bit lower proof. It's a whole bottle of that, a whole bottle of the small bottle of Rose's Lime, and a whole, the biggest bottle you can get of lemon lime Gatorade. And it's turbo
that
because
ratio still is not.
you just pour all three together. There's no measuring. You just pour those three things together, turbo, and then drink it, turbo. It's got what plants crave, turbo.
It
Really
sounds very
good.
strong, though.
Well, we don't make drinks to be weak.
How's your beer, David?
I didn't make this shit. Evil, what do you have?
So finally found some Buffalo Trace in the state of Idaho.
Yay!
It's been not to be found because
Again?
of there's some lawsuit and Idaho being state controlled.
Sazerac lawsuit.
Yeah. So it's fucked up the distribution to the state, and since it's state controlled alcohol commission, it's been hard to find. And I got
Evil,
a
I
big
want you to
bottle of
know, I just want you to know, in Washington, I have zero trouble getting Buffalo Trace at any time.
You should move to Washington, Evil.
I hate that. I really do. Anyway, I got a bottle, and so I'm having an old fashioned. It's a double old fashioned with Buffalo Trace.
Double old fashioned. Methinks it might have been
Yep.
a long week for you.
It was old fashioned.
Break it down episodes. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to try to cram this into one episode. That's what she said. Rachel, Evil, it's good to see you. I feel like I haven't fucking hung out with you guys for a while.
It's been
It's been too long.
Yeah.
We hung out with
but
Angie
it's
a little
always a
bit ago.
little different. We have to be on better behavior than we do now.
Yeah.
You know?
When we have guests.
All right. Let's talk about school shootings
very
next.
true.
We'll be right back.
David!
You're the one that picked the fucking song. Enjoy it this year because I will kick your ass off next year. I swear to God. Hey, everybody, we're back. Let's get into our first song. We're going to do Rachel's pick first. Take advantage of the editing while we can. Let it fly.
Hell damn fart. First song of the night is Foster the People's Pumped Up Kicks.
Yeah.
This was Foster the People's debut single. It was released in 2010 in September. It was actually released as a free download because that was a thing back then.
I didn't know that.
It picked up some speed after Nylon used it in some advertising, and then
know that
they
either.
got a record deal shortly after that. So that's how this song came about. Mark Foster was just like hanging out at his jingle writing gig and was like, hi, I could go to the beach today, or I could write a song. I don't really want to write a song because I have writer's block. I'm going to go to the beach. Just kidding, I'm going to write a song. And then he wrote this. He recorded all of the parts himself. That was the demo that was played for a while. And it got released on Torches, their first album. Everybody loved it. Nobody really listened to the lyrics. The people that did listen to the lyrics were a little
Everybody
like,
loved it.
yeah, it was catchy. It's catchy as fuck. Did you get people that not loved it?
I mean,
Reading
look,
your-
I'm just going to say this.
apparently
Can you guys guess what Guardian gave it?
Four
4 out of 5.
They gave it 2 out of 5 stars.
motherfuckers. Must have been a
Look,
different guy doing the
Rachel,
reviews.
we need to have a talk about the fucking songs that you're bringing to the fucking table.
Why?
I'm just kidding. I fucking love this album. I love this song. I really like Foster the People. You did a good job on this one. This is, yeah. No, I'm dead serious. This is
Okay.
I love this song. I love this. I think this band is super underrated. unfortunately, they got caught in that whole mid 2000s, not mid 2000s, 2000, 9, 10, 11. But they got caught in that whole kind of indie hippie, not hippie, hipster. Sure. Like Portugal the Man, Foster the People.
A lot of things sounded very similar the same. Similar the same?
That was one of those bands back then. Similar the same.
I'm drinking my Gatorade.
New band name I call it. No, I think this album, particularly this album from Foster the People, is spectacular. And you're right. This song is catchy as fuck, man.
The song was Grammy nominated, and this album was Grammy nominated and won a Billboard award. So it was very well received in that way. Chart-wise, it charted pretty well in the States.
Why'd you bring this song?
I was just trying to think of songs that I like songs that you listen to that you don't realize what the lyrics are. I think.
Like that one day that you're driving down the road and you're like, did he just say outrun my gun?
Yeah.
And then I was very, very intrigued to hear about your thoughts on this song. Foster the People doesn't seem like your type of jam. This is a catchy as fuck song. So where do you sit
super,
with this?
super duper catchy. I know this song on a background listening level really well.
Like, heard it a lot at Buffalo Wild Wings kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a very like played in the gym. I don't know, fucking countless times during my tenure doing strength coaching. It starts playing. I'm like, oh, fuck, I know this song. And I get the lyrics out. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't at all. So it was really super interesting to experience the lyrics through a new lens because...
So you had not really you had heard the song, but not really heard the lyrics until studying for this?
Full disclosure, I don't fucking care about lyrics. I don't listen to lyrics. Might as well jump, you know? Fuck.
Take a drink.
And so when I sat down with the lyrics, I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
You know, why? Why are you being so about bringing this?
It's pretty dark. This topic for me is
for you?
For parents. I didn't really think this one through before I pulled it out. And because when I was studying for it, I got to some dark fucking rabbit holes.
Rachel, Dio Goes Dark.
Rabbit holes dark.
I love that you brought this to the table.
I know.
I mean, we've talked about this. My favorite thing, bright poppy stuff.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden you realize, oh shit.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this song. I think it's fantastic. I kind of think that this misses the mark. To me, this is somewhat of a half-assed. What's his name? Brian Foster? Mark. Thank you. Mark Foster kind of half-assed this. I don't want to step on your toes if you had this coming, but first off,
she has this coming.
That is what she said. First off, he went to the beach and he was just fucking dinking around and he wrote this. He had seen something on TV about whichever of the 700 school shootings had just happened. And he wrote this. He was pretty flippant about it. He was pretty like, well, you know, I'm just really sick of all this. Yeah. But then you also find out that, is it the bass player's cousin?
Yeah, was in Columbine.
Survived Columbine.
Yeah.
The bass player's cousin was in the fucking cafeteria where all those people got gunned down. Yeah. So it hit close to home. What's the quote? Do you either of you have the quote? Did either of you find it that he also said that this was kind of a fuck you to hipsters?
You know, I saw that quote and I think I got angry and didn't copy it down.
Okay. I'm going to defend this a little bit. This version of the song, it's a demo that he never intended to be the full song. And he hates that like the chorus just repeats over and over and over. He's like, they don't even play it this way live. But because it blew up so fast, they're like, we can't change it.
Yes.
Because it's already got traction.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let that slide a little bit. I don't think it was lazy writing. I think it was incomplete.
I think you're very right. And I think one of the big tells of that is how fucking shit the production is on this song.
Sure.
It's eerily shitty. Like, you remember the Napster days when you would download a song and after downloading, the quality was so bad and the treble was so tinny? That this song is like that.
Yeah.
Pumped Up Kicks is a fuck you song to hipsters in a way because it's a song that hipsters are going to want to dance to without knowing what it's about.
Right.
Have you seen Foster the People?
Yeah.
Is there a hipstery? I mean, they are about as
They have a hipster vibe.
extremely hipster
Yeah.
vibe. That dude wears scarves on stage, man. That is a
That was the
that's
style.
a fucking.
Hey, the Red Baron wore a scarf. Come on.
Such good pizza.
Let's go into the lyrics, shall we, Rachel?
Shall we?
Oof. Let's do it.
Bake us away, toys.
Yeah, lyrics. So you said that this was lazy.
I don't think. Hang on. I don't think this was lazy. I think he gave the attitude like it's lazy instead of backing this up and being like, "Yeah, this song's fucking. That's what this is about."
Isn't that kind of a hipster way to do things, though? Just kind of like,
And then he says,
I don't
"Fuck you,
care.
the hipster."
If it gets popular, it gets. He's one of them self-hating hipsters. That's why.
Aren't all hipsters self-hating? As a hipster, I can vouch. Yes. I think he was lazy, not the writing. Like I said, I love this song.
So you don't think the writing is lazy lyrically?
I personally fucking love the lyrics to this song.
Okay, but do you think it's lazy?
No.
Okay.
I think he kind of fell into a brilliant song. That's kind of what I think.
I think so too. They're just so simple. You know, the two words that were edited out of the radio, bullet
And MTV.
and gun, takes away those two words, taking that out of the song, like just takes away the whole meaning of the song.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a lot more powerful with that.
This has to piss you guys off too. The ridiculousness of editing out the words gun and bullet
Yeah.
from a song. The fucking absurdity of editing those words out.
The lion, the witch, and the audacity of that bitch.
So the reasoning for editing out the words was a lot of parents up in arms thought this was glorifying gun violence. It wasn't like this depressing song and then they threw in those words. It's the juxtaposition of those words with the feel of the song.
It reminds me a lot of, you also brought This Is America.
Right.
This is a fun song, dance to it, and ignore what's actually going on.
Right.
It has that sort of feel.
Yeah.
I think there is a glimmer of genius that gets missed in this song.
Go on.
The line about it being a 6-shooter gun. Because a 6-shooter is that's like a 60s Western cowboy portrayal of a gun. The glorification
Outlaw
of, it's
Josie
like fucking,
Wales.
yeah, I was going to say, it's fucking Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
The rolled cigarette hanging in the lip. It's like this glorification of Josie Wales is the fucking perfect pull there. And they
man with
just
no
slide
name,
that in there.
sort of.
Yeah. Gunfighter ethos, which is like a storytelling archetype. It like subverts that character as a hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's brilliant. It is a lazy delivery of it, which I think is a credit to the songwriting.
What I love about this, the daddy works a long day, coming home late. Dinner's in the kitchen and it's packed and nice.
Yeah.
Tell me what your thoughts are on this portion of the song, this verse, where he's going with this.
I feel like that plays to the loner vibe that a lot of school shooters have. Left alone, their parents are absent. And I think that kind of is painting a picture of that. His dad's not home. Dinner's in the freezer, so it's TV dinner at best is what you're getting, and you're making it yourself. Dad's coming home late. He's bringing me a surprise. Like, this is every parent that's trying to make up for not being present with their kid. Is like, oh, I'll bring you home a toy. I'll bring you home something. Like, it'll make up for me never being around. And then, the very beginning of the song is talking about going around in his dad's closet and playing. And the reason that's happening is because your dad's not around. You're able to go rooting in your dad's closet, playing with guns.
Yeah.
And has a rolled cigarette. It's obviously a kid. This is not legal for him to have a cigarette. So he's doing all these things when his parents are not home at all.
I took it as a completely different thing.
Go on.
What I took it as, daddy works a long day, coming home late, dinner's in the kitchen, it's packed and ice. I look at it as the dad's coming home as an angry drunk. Packed and ice is like beer.
Oh.
He's getting another beer. And then the slide of my hand is a quick pull trigger. He's fantasizing about killing his dad.
Oh.
Because a lot of those stories start with the kids doing whatever to their parents and then moving on to the school or whatever,
Right.
It's very interesting because I think yours makes more sense.
Yours makes sense too, though.
That's why I like doing this, because I took it as a completely different thing than you did.
I'm sitting here trying to wrap my mind around this concept of the gunslinger archetypal character being a positive for one generation, but
Right.
completely dysfunctional for another.
Yeah.
I don't know how to reconcile that because I feel like my generation's right in the middle.
I have a framed portrait of the man with no name on my workbench in my garage.
Yeah. That's like my dad's generation. Like
As a man, that's what you're supposed to be.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Modern times, that doesn't work out so well.
No.
Yeah.
This is how we know this is a good song to pick, Rachel, because I haven't even glanced at my notes.
Yeah, me either.
Torch's debut album. I love this album. I really do. John McCrae, best line of the song.
I'm going back to what I was talking about earlier. He found a 6-shooter gun in his dad's closet and with a box of fun things.
Is
Fuck.
that, what do you think that is? Is it bullets and fucking weird dad
It's-
plethora of shit?
No, that's like, I don't know. My interpretation is like the gun's a fun thing. In his dad's mind, it means something different than it does to this kid.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like it. I will go next. I think the fucking chorus is brilliant. All the kids with the pumped up kicks better run faster than my bullet. The pumped up kicks thing is a play on typically the kid that's doing this is the ostracized, usually lower income.
Right.
I don't even think it's statistically accurate I don't want to pretend like I'm a fucking school shooting expert, but from what I've read, because we read about it every other day in America, there isn't that often that it's actually, there's not a lot of, I'm only shooting these people. That's what we used to think it was, but it's actually, they're just going in and fucking shooting. The pumped up kicks, maybe it's the athletes, maybe it's the kids with the nicer shoes.
I think you're very right in that a lot of times it's just for the kids that get injured and killed, it's the wrong place at the wrong time. But it's the people that are the higher echelon of kids that are the ones that are bullying. With that in mind, I think that pumped up kicks is appropriate. I picked Daddy Works a Long Day. He's bringing me a surprise because dinner's in the kitchen and it's packed in ice. I have to say I like
the surprise is
David, your interpretation better than mine, even though mine was really good.
Demographic award, right back to you, Rachel.
The demographic, according to Mark Foster, was pissing off hipsters, but also to raise mental illness awareness amongst teenagers and kids.
I don't get that.
That's what the goal was. There's a group of people that say guns are the problem. And then there's a group of people that say we love guns. Guns are not the problem. It's mental health. But still nobody's doing anything about anything.
You know, it can be two things, idiots.
It is both things.
The last 4 minutes will be edited out. Evil, what's the demographic?
I don't even want to answer. My notes, I don't.
You had notes?
Yes, I notes. Anyone who went to high school in the post-Columbine era was my notes.
I think that's very fair.
That's an answer.
Yeah, I just said America, basically. It's
This is America.
This is our thing, and we know it. Freebird Award. Is this the band's best song? I actually don't think it is. I think it's close. I really like this whole album. I think this is a really, really good album. Evil, you don't strike me as a Foster the People person.
No, I did. I had fun listening to all 3 albums that the 3 songs we picked came from.
Yeah.
It was super enjoyable. I didn't know any other song from the Foster the People album. It was their biggest hit.
For sure. Yeah, this is obviously their most popular. I don't know that it's their best.
John Paul Jones Award. Rachel, right back to you.
I didn't have a good answer, so I wrote Bob Dylan harmonica.
What?
Which I think, like a Bob Dylan harmonica.
As a serious answer?
I feel like I could to calm it down a little bit. I don't know. I can say whatever I want.
You can. It's true. Evil.
I'm going hard in the paint because she allows me to do so.
That's...
Are we going to have Tech 9 throw some bars on this song? I don't...
Sure.
It'd be fitting because his name's a gun. That's not a... Rachel, you're making like, oh my God, this is offensive face.
Nobody can see my face, David. This is radio.
I had a Dune moment. Like, his name is a killing word.
I just watched the new Dune last week.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Wait, the new Dune... Like the second part.
Like the one that came out like 2 years ago.
That's embarrassing.
Do
you like it? It was good.
It's such a DL movie. It's all slow and fucking quiet, and the cinematography is fucking absurd.
Yeah. See, and I thought it went by really fast for being such a long movie.
But I love
because at the end I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I loved it.
I watched the David Lynch version on Friday.
That version is so... It's
fucking
amazing.
Weird. so
It's
stupid.
so weird.
Yeah.
When they fight with the shields, but it's like the
Like fucking Roblox characters.
it's fucking Minecraft. It's hilarious. John Paul Jones Award, I said better production. It's the easy answer, but he needs to get a producer to come in and fucking fix this beat.
I don't know, man. I feel like the shittiness plays to the song really well.
Nah. Was this ahead of its time or this is well timed. This is 2011 in America. It's well timed. Rachel?
Things were just picking up, actually, because in the 90s, there were 99 school shooting incidents. 2009, there were 80. From 2010 to 2019, there were 261. And in the last 3 years, there have been 149.
Whew.
It could have been used. Nothing's fucking changing. I don't want to be like, what's the goddamn point? Because this didn't work.
Evil, what about you?
I guess musically it kind of fits in the MGMT era stuff
Yeah.
of that time. And then I wrote fuck off Interpol because when I like let things play, Interpol would be like the next song and like a shuffle.
You're welcome.
Yeah, fuck all of that. So
You're welcome. Is the band as good as the song? I already said I love them. I love this album. I love their second album too. So yeah, absolutely. But Evil, what about you?
sure.
Rachel?
Yeah, I feel like the song's a very good representation of their talent.
All right, that's easy. Who won the song, Rachel?
I wrote, whoever realized someone around them might have a mental illness. I know I was just an asshole and said the song did fucking nothing, but I suppose any awareness is a little bit of awareness. I mean, things maybe could be worse. Who knows?
I don't think this guy was doing anything to try to raise awareness. I don't. I think he wrote a fucking cool fucking song about dark American content. And then when they asked him, he had to be like, yeah, raising awareness.
Sure.
Who won the song? Speaking of which, me. I did. Great Deal Goes Dark song.
Yeah, that's true.
Evil, who won the song?
I didn't answer that question. I answered the question who lost the song, and it was Spaghetti Westerns lost that song.
Oh,
Yeah. The glorification of those kinds of characters.
Now I just want to go watch Pale Rider. That's Pumped Up Kicks, ladies and gentlemen. Good bring, Rachel. Well done.
thanks.
Let's take a break and let's get to a little bit of metal. We are back. Evil's song. It's time. Take it away.
Take it away.
Take it away,
We are
toys.
going to talk about the song Dismantle the Dictator by the band Revocation. One of my favorites. It is off of their second album, Existence is Futile, released on September 29th of 2009. It was well reviewed, although, you know, metal of this kind is...
It's one of those that the people that are going to review it are going to love it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Revocation. This song I chose specifically for a few reasons. It was my first introduction to Revocation. The metalcore era from the early 2000s had kind of run its course a little bit. And so I was like, what's next? What's more technical, more heavy? And I found these guys and was really into it. It also plays into my theme for the 4 episodes that we've done this year,
What's the theme?
the band Death.
Yeah.
And anyone who is connected to Death, only one Kevin Bacon away.
So what's the connect? It's got to be David Davidson, but what's the connection?
Dave Davidson is heavily influenced. This band is heavily influenced by Death. They have covered many Death songs.
Okay.
His signature guitar is a Jackson
7-string.
Warrior, I think. It's a stupid fucking X design, similar to the BC Rich Stealth that Chuck Schuldiner from Death played.
Eddie Van Halen amplification.
Right. I mean, fucking I'm checking all the boxes there. I like Revocation because they're technical death metal, but they have the musicians that play with him are kind of tongue in cheek a little bit with it. Like, he's a wildly accomplished musician. He's trained in jazz. He loves metal, and they're just trying to create fun stuff.
Graduated cum laude from fucking Berkeley, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is what she said.
Howdy.
Rachel, our budding resident metalhead. What'd you
Yeah.
think of this one?
This was very metal.
It was.
While I appreciated the musicality of this one, it was a little bit much for me. The gentlemen are very talented, though. I do have to say, there's a lot of musically that I enjoyed. The guitar with the drumming back and forth was fabulous.
The guitar with the drumming and the hay.
Is it okay to mimic Cosby?
The guitar with the drumming and the jello pudding. If we can't make fun of him now, when the fuck could we have made fun of him?
This is your fault, Rachel. You
is.
did this to us.
Why'd you bring us Bill
know.
Cosby and the Pumped Up Kicks today?
I just did.
Evil, this is by far the coolest thing that you've brought to this year.
Seriously.
Yes.
What?
What?
This shit is fucking wild in
Yeah.
the best ways. This is fucking jazz influenced,
Yes.
Faith No More influenced.
Yep.
This is fucking Primus influenced.
There's that.
This is like 4/4 into 6/4, and then there's 2/4, and then at the end they just go fucking ape shit, and
Preach.
you don't even like. I dare you to figure out what fucking time signature they're using. I went into a fucking Dave Davidson rabbit hole. This guy is a fucking madman.
Yes.
You know who I guarantee he is an influence for is Nick Lee.
100%.
This is such
Yeah.
Nick Lee style.
Yeah.
The amount of brilliant jazz influence here. And while I agree with Rachel that if the fucking guy would just stop screaming for a second, and then when the chorus comes and you have to do it's stop, just shush and play the cool things, please. That said, this song's fucking rad, dude.
Yeah.
I think it accidentally happened the first time. I would let it flow into the rest of the album. Like I would just be listening and then it would just go to the next songs. These guys, I would, as a non-metal guy that appreciates good music, I would absolutely get into these guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, good. That makes me happy. That I feel the same way. They're special. Like I like try on a whole bunch of different stuff to see if it fits. And there's other stuff that I really like of theirs, but I'm like, it's not accessible at all. This one kind of is. It's like I said, there's some tongue in cheek. They have a sense of humor. It's jazzy. That solo at the end is fucking chef's
God.
kiss. Oh my
Damn
God.
it, man. Fuck.
Right? At this point in time, and currently, they're a 3-piece. It's a fucking 3-piece band doing this, which
Correct me if I'm wrong, Evil, because I don't have a lot of notes on this, but David Davidson is the lead vocalist and
Yep.
only fucking guitarist on
right.
this song.
On this song. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's not, you should not be able to do that.
No.
You really shouldn't.
He's special.
Phil Dubois and Anthony, what is it? Anthony
Buddha.
Like,
Ketis.
did you just say Beatus? Diabetes?
Ketis. Anthony
He had a
Ketis.
Wilford
Sucking
Brimley
on my
moment.
penis. Thunder rolling drums.
Yeah.
The fucking slap bass that you just never hear in metal.
Yeah.
Right?
Like these guys are doing shit that other fucking people do not do. And aren't these guys on tour now with Unearthed?
Yeah, with Unearthed. Yep.
What?
Yep.
Why are you here?
They're trained musicians. Like, he went to college for this. It's not like he's just...
He didn't just go
Learns
to
and-
college, dude. Cum laude from Berkeley.
Right.
If you are going to school for music, there's maybe three other schools that are
Right,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
more profound than that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you this dude is one of the better guitar players you're ever going to hear.
Ever.
I talked about one thing that's silly about your metal things. Now that we've talked about how great it is, I have to talk about another silly thing. What the fuck is up with metal band logos, Jimmy?
I... Specifically, like the death metal, like the technical death metal.
Yes.
I don't know.
Are they trying to do like an anagram kind of?
I don't know what it is. It makes no
It
sense.
looks so sharp and dangerous.
The memes are
The
amazing.
memes for metal bands are amazing. Yes, it is true.
Death metal logos and lyrics are just stupid.
That was going to be silly thing number 3 was the lyrics.
It's all about the musicianship. I don't get it. Like I'm falling in love slowly with the band Cattle Decapitation, which I'm like always wrote them off. Then I started listening to them like, Jesus Christ, this is good.
Didn't they just come out with an album like last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, it is so
that
good.
album's crazy good.
And then you look at the cover though, and you're like, this is
and
it's
their
like a
name is
fucking junior high.
Cattle
Yeah, their name is
Decapitation.
the visuals and the art and the lyricism. It's like out of a junior high kid's like
Yes.
notebook that he's doodling in when he doesn't want to pay attention to class.
Rachel, our resident lyric person.
The lyrics in
Get
this
it.
were So good. I read Trevor earlier today was like, how's Jimmy's song that he brought? And I was like, how the fuck do you think Jimmy's song is? And Trevor was like, do you think he's like, is he just trolling you guys? Is that what he's doing?
No.
Or is he bringing?
Look, I got to tell you, I've reached my metal maximum, I think, for this year. I've been through a lot of metal this year. But
Yeah, you have. We all have.
I tell you what, thanks to that, I've ran into a lot of fucking really good musicians.
There are a lot of talented musicians within the metal family. Like a lot. Even
You
though it's
circumvented that question about the lyrics better than you circumvented the gun control. So
I'll get there.
okay.
They're some of the most talented musicians we've come across this year. The lyrics rhyme and
Good. That was spectacular.
that is multi-symbolic words.
Yeah.
So they're metal.
What they were going for in the message, I don't think you and I's song is that far off evil.
I know.
Yeah.
I think Greg Graffin is a little bit better, but it's
A little more nuance there. But he's also not
Right.
fucking playing like arpeggios and shit over the top of it.
Oh, geez.
I mean, the song is called. Did you say the name of the song?
Dismantle the Dictator. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, early on. Sorry.
I mean,
But I did.
What are we even talking
You get the
about?
title of the song, you know what's up. That's pretty much it. John McCrae, best line of the
So
song.
much guitar.
I'll go with it's kind of the easy way, but it's a line from Dune, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's basically any leader that wanted to be a leader is a terrible leader. I like the idea of calling a leader a corpse master. I think that's kind of fucking cool. And that's
Yeah.
like the very first line. Pretty badass, actually. Rachel, what's your favorite lyric?
I think as a whole, I don't really love the lyrics altogether, but when you chop them up into sentences, I like them a little bit better. They're a little less of themselves, I guess. So I said, the fog of propaganda instilled across generations inhibits thoughts, sapping vital motivations.
Twins.
Yay! I thought
mine as
that
well.
painted a really good picture. Very well written.
Let's go to Evil because he did twins, so he didn't really get to answer. Demographic award. Who is this for?
The Demographic Award. This is for
I'm going to say white, bald dudes that lift kettlebells and wear sleeveless t-shirts.
those guys for sure.
Yes.
I specifically said technical metalheads who grew up on Metalocalypse.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with your answer and my answer. Rachel, what about you?
Evil.
And his ilk. The Stairway Award, is this the band's best song? I have no clue. I'm going to guess no because I actually really like even the song right after it is fucking cool. But Evil, is this the band's best song?
I don't think it's their best. I think it's a good one. It was really early in their career. They've put out a ton of albums since then and grown as musicians. It's maybe one of the best introductions to them.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say this is a really good No Dude Seriously award song.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
if you like this, I feel like you're going to like the band, right?
Yeah. The other song I would pick, they did an EP that was sponsored by Scion, the car brand. I don't know. Right?
Don't say that right after I drink.
The Grip Titans is also very, 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 very good and has a fucking hilarious video.
Rachel, what are your 5 favorite Revocation songs?
I have 5. So the Grip Titans, that's
What
what I had. You also have Dyer's Eve of Unworldly Origin, Eternal Chaos Unleashed
Yeah.
Through the Power of Death.
Good job reading Google.
One of those was fake.
The John Paul Jones Award right back to you, Rachel.
Oh, I was an asshole and wrote Lars for the drum duet. But I think this is great. I don't think that it could be added to or taken away from.
I love what Dave Davidson's doing. I really don't want the lyrics in this. There's this fucking prog metal thing going on. Dissonant, that da-da-da-ba-da-bam, ba-da-da-da-bam. I just want to hear that.
Yeah.
This song is like 4 minutes of a Rush breakdown. And that's all I want to hear.
So I have a question for you. John Paul Jones Award, I feel like you should edit because it says if you could replace or add one musician on the song. And in my head, I don't think about lyrics.
I'm just taking away the guy singing.
You're replacing the singing
you said
with
the lyrics.
nothing.
I meant singing, no
Okay.
vocals.
Okay.
Evil, what you got?
I agree with Rachel. It would be hard to squeeze anything else in here.
Yeah.
I figure if Alive or Dead could be on this album that Dave would want to play with, it would be Chuck Schuldiner. And that's, I don't know, maybe they could have a dueling solo towards the end.
Didn't he do a lot of work with, why am I blanking on his name? The Megadeth guitarist.
Marty Friedman?
Yeah. Didn't Dave Davidson do a couple projects with Marty Friedman? Marty Friedman, who invited Davidson to be a guest songwriter for a track on his solo album Inferno. Friedman went on to describe Davidson as an amazing guitarist and songwriter. He is carrying the flag of metal.
You know what I'm listening to tonight?
Bob Dylan harmonica.
Evil, is this ahead of its time or well-timed, which is a good question as far as metal is concerned.
Ooh, it was super awesomely timed for me because it was at a time where I needed something new and refreshing. Was it well-timed? Dave is always, he was super young when this came out. And if you like look at the video, he looks like a kid, maybe a little before its time.
I said whatever Evil says I'm going to agree with because I have no fucking clue. I think the fact that I hear a lot of influence by, like I said, those early 90s rock bands that had a lot of funk jazz really heard a lot of Faith No More in this. I think I'm going to say it's well-timed. Rachel?
I don't know.
Good answer.
If I did not know when this was made, it would be hard to place it. So I do think in that way it did well.
And then who won the song?
Me?
Sure.
Not the Dictators.
I said evil, but also evil.
I like that I always
Well played.
win the metal songs.
You
that I
do. Don't you feel like you won this song though?
It's so true though. Like I wouldn't bring these songs if I didn't.
This song
if
makes
I
you so
wasn't like-
happy.
I'm just going to say, hey, fucking guitar players, man. Like, even if you are not a metal person and you listen to these and you're like, I like what they're saying, I'm not going to listen to metal. Listen to this song.
Dude.
If you're a guitar player, you're going to love this. It's fucking amazing. Just listen, just trust me.
Dude,
listen to this fucking song.
Yes.
2 down, 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking do this.
Good stretch.
There's a prophet on a mountain and he's making up dinner with long vision and a riding crop.
Don't you miss the days when the country wasn't divided when George W. Bush Jr. was in office? The song that I brought...
Strategery.
Fool me once. The song that I brought today is Let Them Eat War by the band Bad Religion.
Let them eat war. Let them eat war. That's how to ration apart.
Song released in 2004 through Epitaph label. Produced by Greg Graffin and Brett Gurewitz. Written by Greg Graffin, lead singer and motherfucking genius behind the band Bad Religion. Let Them Eat War was off of The Empire Strikes First, which was Bad Religion's 13th studio album. Kind of marked a bit of a renaissance for Bad Religion, if you will. This was in the middle of a few really, 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 really fucking good albums of a punk band that figured out how to be an older punk band. This song is about as good of a feel for what a lot of the country was feeling during the post 9/11 Iraq war. After the let's fuck everybody up hangover of 9/11 to then the wait a minute, what are we doing now? Did that make sense what I just said?
Not to me.
So 9/11 happens. Everybody's like, let's go fucking murder some Middle Easterners. Everybody had an American flag up in their house. And then, 6 months later, maybe a year, everybody was like, whoa, hang on.
Wait, Patriot Act what? Huh?
Thank you. George Orwell. We're not in Afghanistan, we're in Iraq. Rachel, had you ever heard this song before?
I don't think so. A lot of Bad Religion blends together for me if I don't sit down with the lyrics.
I get that.
And Vincent was out of the house by this point, so I don't think that I ran into this one. I love Bad Religion. I like Bad Religion a lot.
Okay.
And so with that, this was great.
So unintentionally, Evil had asked me something a while back, and I don't remember why or what we were talking about, but he'd asked me what a good Bad Religion introduction for him would be. Unintentionally, I think this song
This is
is
a good one.
a pretty fucking good one.
Yep.
Evil, what'd you think?
Spot on.
Yay.
I am punk rock curious. I've got my hands full of metal. And if someone were to ask me, who's your favorite punk band? I would really want to say Bad Religion. I just don't feel like I've done the work to actually deserve to be able to say that yet. And this song makes me want to do the work.
I love that. We did good on our songs this time, everybody. We did. I made a joke at the beginning trying to throw people off, but I actually thought...
No, you did.
No, I did. But no, I thought everybody brought fucking brilliant songs to this one. 2004 in America. I had a theme as well this year. I don't think anybody can guess it, though.
War?
Yeah. It wasn't
clearly.
It wasn't rocket surgery. But no, I actually had a pretty specific... My idea was to actually tackle war from 4 different perspectives.
Ooh.
So
Fancy.
the very first song that I picked was Welcome to Hell by Black Midi. That was the in the shit song.
Okay.
You are the soldier. Here you are in the shit going insane. And then I did Zombie. You are in the shit from the civilian's eyes. This war is happening in your backyard. And then I had the soldier aftermath. Hell broke loose. What happens to the soldier when they get home? And now I have geopolitical implication, the politics behind war.
Nice.
Nice work.
So,
Very good
hey,
work.
thanks.
You should run a podcast.
And I am hard pressed to think off the top of my head a song that is better at explaining a feeling of politics behind war as Let Them Eat War by Bad Religion.
Okay.
I thought both of you would love this because to me, there are 2 parts of this song up both your alleys. Number 1, it's the using war as political gain for a nation. It seems like something that Rachel would eat up and want to study. I also think there is a lot of evil already used the term Patriot Act. Look at this war going on, and now I can do all this to society as far as Patriot Act. And here's what's going to happen to your taxes. Evil, as far as the lyrics, the non-lyric person.
Right up front, there's something that caught my attention. The whole intro, there's a prophet on a mountain and he's making up dinner. And then the line, with long division and a writing crop. Writing, not writing. I don't know what the fuck a writing crop is.
Wait, isn't it writing?
It's writing.
I know what a riding crop is, which is like a horsewhip that jockeys use. Is this like a super clever play on words?
I think with a crop, a riding crop, you're directing your animal. With a writing crop, you're directing the people. And this is from the governmental perspective.
Motherfucker.
And also the math and the dollars and the...
See, that's where mine, and I love this so much. This is why I want to do these episodes, because once again, my mind went somewhere totally fucking different. And first off, I didn't even catch that it was writing crop and not writing
Do you
crop.
pull up the lyrics or do you just sit and listen to them?
Yeah, I pull them up most of the time, but on a song like this, I've heard
you've
this
heard this,
700 times. I just thought I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? You know where I pull them up? I pull them up on Genius. And on Genius, it says writing crop.
Oh,
like RIDING. Oh. But the real lyrics, you're right, it's writing crop.
Yeah.
Where my head went, the guy gets to be the prophet. He was the first one to get to the weapon. You know, think 2001 Space Odyssey, the monkey with the bone. And Long Division, he's the first one with the knowledge.
Yeah.
Gets to dictate what happens to the people.
Right.
I really fucking like your take.
I'm real smart.
And then it gets much less, well, here's how you can take this.
Yeah.
America's Working Corp.
Right.
And then the chorus, let them eat war. That's how to ration the poor. Fucking Greg Graffin, man. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Swinging public opinion makes it easier to ignore or swallow that the country was kind of going to shit. We were such a miserable people and we were so mad. For some reason, I'm listening to the song and it kind of it's almost nostalgic.
Yeah.
I want to ask this to Evil because I'm having a hard time talking about this and I want him to have a hard time too. What is it about our feelings back then that made it so much more innocent and not as offensive to talk about as it is now?
I think people are a little more sensitive these days.
Clear. Yes.
Is that
People
what
are
it
a
is?
ton more sensitive. And also,
Right.
as you know, this came out, you were 22-ish when this came out. So you're like a young 20-something kid who doesn't give a fuck. Nothing is off limits when you're that young.
We will look back at difficult, trying times with nostalgia, especially in a group dynamic because you have shared adversity and that brings people together in a weird way.
Sure.
Yeah. Was there a universally more disliked president than George Bush Jr.?
I mean, not in our time, for sure. I can think of one, but not universally disliked.
Yeah, that's
No, not more hated,
Right.
but just universally
Universally.
like
Like-
this guy.
He was a very easy target because he was
I'm editing it.
made out to be a doofus. Will Ferrell's portrayal of him, strategery.
Right.
And
Do you think that was
That's
off
not a
base,
portrayal.
though?
That's what he said.
I know, I'm not. No,
It's not like people
and
like really had to think up.
not
you know.
defending at all. I'm just saying that the fucking mission to accomplish photo. I mean, that alone.
It's so good.
But
It's
you know
just
what's
so good.
super bizarre, and I think this plays into your thoughts about why do we look back fondly on this as a president who, in his tenure serving as president, was so mocked and hated. Everyone is disgusted by it. He's increasingly looked at with rose-colored glasses by both
absolutely.
sides of the spectrum, which fucking blows me away. I don't understand that.
The only thing I can think of is that was the first time that I can remember that people were super aware of the fact that the president doesn't do shit. It's their cabinet. and his cabinet was evil as well. I shouldn't say that.
It reminds me of the Bill Hicks bit where Bill Hicks is talking about president wins and celebrate whatever and gives his inaugural address and then gets pulled into the dark room where people are puffing on cigars that you've never seen before. The people who actually run shit. A screen rolls down and the lights go down. They're like, roll the film. And you see the JFK assassination from an angle you've never seen it before. And then the lights come on and they slide a paper with his agenda on it. And they're like, any questions?
Yikes.
That's what it reminds me of.
You know what else that was big back in the day? Why does this seem like a bigger thing back then too? The Christian right. Breaking bread with their benevolent host who never stole from the rich to give to the poor. All you ever gave to them was a war. I don't want to say bigger deal because it's been a big deal with the last couple presidents too of making sure that you have the Catholic vote.
Yeah.
But there was something about then, it just felt bigger
I
to
feel
me.
like this is when the uptick that started happening. Really psychopathically religious zealots. The people that had conservative thoughts started going a little too far.
Are you saying this is when the Christian right became the Christian wrong?
What do we think of Sage Francis's rap in this?
I'm into it.
Rachel makes a I'm into it face.
Yeah.
Evil.
It works.
I love the lines in it.
Yeah.
It's an odd thing to hear in a punk song.
Sure.
Is it?
You know what it is, Evil? It's not Bad Religion-y to me.
Okay.
That's what throws me off.
Is that
it.
bad?
This is not. No.
It's like
Is
a
it good?
weird
good
Grammy
religion?
song where
No.
they throw two different people together.
Anybody have anything else on this one?
Let Them Eat War is an allusion to Let Them Eat Cake, with Marie Antoinette callously saying, "Oh, there's no bread for the poor people. Let them have cake then."
Do you think that's a play on? Because I always took Marie Antoinette as the complete disassociation with the rich and powerful.
1,000%.
The absolute ignorance. Where this is kind of the opposite. This is saying they are very aware. They just don't give a shit.
That's a good point.
What's the line, Evil? To maintain the patriarchy.
That's goddamn right. The glory of the patriarchy.
You could still draw them together in that nobody in that monarchy and nobody in that government cared enough those under them
Yeah.
alive, whether it be from ignorance or from fuck these people, who fucking cares anyway? Because really
Yeah.
it was a fuck, both of them was a fuck you to the people.
And we also, just kind of getting it out there, we haven't talked about the musicality on this, which is amazing. The guitar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just going to talk about that fucking riff. That ascending, descending line is just
Amazing guitar. The drums are so on point. I fucking love the drums of Bad Religion. And of course, my favorite, Greg Graffin, and his, not only just his singing, but the backup vocals for Bad Religion and the way they record them are always just so fucking amazing.
those 3-part harmonies are so
Absurd.
good. And it's subtle. It's subtle, but it's like one of those things that once you notice it, I'm like, fuck yes. These guys are pros at what they're doing.
Yes.
On so many levels.
Very much agree. I sure do love these guys, and I love this song.
Do you have a Bad
And my
Religion
favorite-
tattoo?
I do.
Okay.
Just spreading all the secrets.
I've got more.
The John McCrae best line of the song. Rachel, I'll go right to you.
I don't have an answer is the short answer to this. There were so many that I really liked. I could not narrow it down. I did love the squeeze some blue collars, let them bleed from their necks.
Yeah.
That's good. There's so many good visuals. I guess now that we talked about it, the long division with the riding crop. That's good.
Just the throwaway line of at a job site, the boss is godlike.
Yeah.
Seasoned vets with their feet in nets. These little throwaway lines that are painting this picture of what war makes society. Why are you shaking your head?
You dumb bastards are missing the best line in the song, and it's the delivery, right? There's an urgent need to feed, and then that pause, and then declining pride. So fucking good.
I love it.
It doesn't hit you until you see it in writing
Yeah.
and are listening to it. And then it's just like, it's like a gut punch.
I took the easy way out. Let them eat war. That's how to ration the poor. That's fucking brilliant. Right back to you. What's the demographic?
Gray hair Gen X legit punk fans, which I will be joining the ranks of soon.
It's us. Like I said, the people of an age post 9/11 that were young and pissed off and didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Justifiably. Rachel, what about you?
Agree with all the answers. I also feel like this song could fit any war ever.
Back in AD.
In that way,
Back
it works
in AD.
for all the people. And I think it's a good middle finger to the government as well. What?
I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot.
Way back in
Way
the
back
right
in
now.
AD. I'm just
least
not
you're
that
funny.
smart tonight, everybody. The Stairway Award, not their best song, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It's not my favorite Bad Religion song. How about you, Rachel?
Yeah, same. Yep. 21st century, American Jesus, Sorrow, Infected, No Control. There's a ton of.
Pulling out sorrow on us. Evil, what about you?
The one Bad Religion album I do know is Stranger Than Fiction. It's fucking brilliant.
It is.
So because of that, because it came out 10 years before this, I said, no, this isn't their best song. However, much like Dismantle the Dictator is a great segue or introduction to Revocation, I think this is the perfect gateway into Bad Religion.
It is a really good gateway.
Yeah.
I'm very smart.
You are so all over the place with how you feel about yourself tonight.
Yeah. Every day.
2 seconds ago.
Every
All right.
day.
Every day.
The John Paul Jones Award, I will start. Look, I wouldn't change anything about this song. I said take the rap out, but the lines in it are vital. That's the only thing that I would say without being a chicken shit and saying I wouldn't change anything. Rachel, John Paul Jones Award, you
I'm a
chicken shit. What about you, Evil?
Do you know who it's really missing? Jesus of Suburbia.
I thought you were just going to say Jesus. And I was like, I like it. I like it. I could see Jesus getting behind this song.
Hondo.
Ahead of its time or well timed. I mean, this is fucking perfectly timed.
Yeah, I agree. In that era, this was spot on.
Hondo. Copy paste.
Is the band as good as the song? We've established that.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes. Bad Religion is amazing. Who won the song? I did. We did. All of us. I just said it already, you guys. We were young and mad. Rachel?
Yeah, you won.
Yes, I won. Evil?
I think I'm going to win this song. I will earn the right to say that my favorite punk band is Bad Religion after this song.
You and me both, my friend.
Related, when I searched the lyrics for the song, people also searched for BYOB, System of a
Nice.
Down, Zombie, The Cranberries, Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine, Peace Sells, but who's buying? Megadeth.
Love it.
Yeah. That's a pretty good
Yeah.
company
I
to
don't
be
Those are
in.
all
hate
great.
that. We talked about Stranger Than Fiction. You know what year that came out.
Ooh, I do.
Foreshadowing.
Dun, dun, dun.
We've broken down so many songs. Rachel, what is your favorite song that we have gone over in all of these?
David, let's remind the people the songs that we've listened to.
I brought Welcome to Hell by Black Midi. I brought Zombie by the Cranberries. I brought this song, Let Them Eat War by Bad Religion. And I brought Hell Broke Loose by Tom motherfucking Waits. Evil, what did you bring?
I brought Story to Tell by Death.
Yeah, that was good.
I brought Space for This by Cynic. Oh, Jesus Christ. I brought an Opeth song. The Grand Conjuration,
Yes.
I think,
Yeah.
is what I
That's
brought
it.
from Opeth. And then this Dismantle the Dictator.
Revocation. Rachel, what did you bring?
That's a great question, David. Landslide,
Yep,
This Is America, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and then Pumped Up Kicks.
she did. Rachel, what was your favorite song out of all these that we went over?
Can I pick
man.
one from each person?
Yeah, sure. You want to be a wuss about it?
Okay, this is my favorite one for Evil. Dismantled the Dictator, I think. Although I really did enjoy Space for this. So that's kind of close, but I feel like musically this one.
Space for this was cool, but I'm casting my vote now because I agree. I think this was by far the coolest one. This is rad.
Favorite songs of mine, not most interesting, because we'll talk about that. This is America. Zombie for yours, David, though. I do have to say your picks were the most fun. You did a really good job of getting ones
Fun.
that you could go down a ton of rabbit holes, that there was so much to them.
My favorite songs, Let Them Eat War is probably my favorite, just my own thing. Evil's same thing. This one was amazing. Rachel, you know what? I'm going to go Landslide.
Really? I feel like you guys shit on that one a lot.
No, I'm not as huge of a Stevie Nicks guy as some people are, but I love Fleetwood Mac. And that song gave us like a fucking hour and 15 minutes to talk. Like, there was a lot to talk about with
Yeah.
Landslide. Which leads us into the most interesting song that we went over. I'll start. The conversation I most enjoyed and thought was most intriguing was This Is America.
Yeah.
Rachel, what
I
about
think
you?
you're right. But we had some really good conversations with these. So as
We
far
did.
as interesting, I feel like when we do these one-off, there's so much more studying that we can do and so much more deep
Yeah.
diving that we can do.
I like it. Evil?
I'll rewind and get my favorites.
Oh, fuck me. God
Yeah.
damn it.
You asshole.
Why don't I just wrap it all up into one big thing?
Do it.
I really wanted to talk about Dismantle the Dictator. And because of that, I picked Death as my first song to get to here.
It was all a fucking snail trail to get to here.
It really was. And I fucking love Story to Tell. That might be my favorite Death song. Dismantle the Dictator, I think of all of them, is maybe my favorite. The two most interesting songs for me were This Is America and Hell Broke Loose. Those are my favorite
Yeah.
from each of you.
These are good episodes.
Very
We
good.
might need to keep these next year.
Yes.
That's it, everybody. Sorry for the weird edit that we just talked random pod shit, but fuck you, okay? Join us next week. We've got a listener supported, and we've got one of our favorite people coming in to
Yay.
talk about a really cool fucking album, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
was cool.
Really cool album. Our resident lyric head, who we're going to hear a lot more about that next year.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me tonight.
Hey, thanks for inviting me to talk to you.
Hell yeah. Evil, thank you for teaching us so much about metal this
Yay.
year.
Aw, I'm glad that you were somewhat receptive to it.
Somewhat receptive.
Somewhat. Can we just chill with the vocals, everybody? Come on. Come on. Hey, we love you guys. We got to go to bed. Good night and good luck.